Hi, welcome to my channel, Takoyaki Tarot. Today is Friday. Is it Friday or Thursday? Thursday. Oh, today's Thursday. Today is Thursday, April 24th, 2025. So before I get started, I want to remind anyone that's watching that these messages are not going to resonate with everyone, and that's okay. If they resonate with you and gives you clarity, great. If it does not, then don't force it to be your story. So I just woke up feeling very calm, very relaxed, very settled, very just refreshed, clean, just, I don't know, I just feel very relaxed and calm and clean and refreshed and settled and still, very still. Okay, well, I just heard, I hate to break it to you. So, oh wow, the Lord is good to those whose hope is in Him. Lamentations 3:25. That's been a common theme in the past couple readings. Every time I used this deck, worded differently in a way, but it's almost always like just have faith in God, keep your faith in God, give yourself to God, submit to God, right? It's always which is nice. That's probably why, collective, you could be feeling such a sense of calmness, a sense of, I'm getting relief too, just relief, calm like settled, refreshed, peace. It feels good. It feels really good. It's nice. It just it's good, right? Alright, let's see what comes out. I'm gonna get like 3 cards. 1. Distant Horizons, reverse. Something's happening very soon, very now. A house, upright. You could be getting a house, walking into a house, receiving a house because you are of high honor. So you're gonna be getting a notification. I just heard a bell ding, like on iPhones. Ding! Like a notification, an email, a text, and I feel like that ding is more like emails or voicemail. So I hate to break it to you. So this could be voice. You're getting it. Someone's going to say something to you. But I'm also seeing the word email. So someone could be trying to communicate to you through email. I hate to break it to you. So this is someone's going to break some news to you, and they're the ones that are being tasked with the job of breaking this news to you. And it's going to be something great, amazing, right? For some of you, it could even be a house. But the news, right? It's like you're receiving a gift, but the information as to how you even got this gift or why it took so long or blah blah blah, right? It's something. Let me put it like this, right? You're going to be getting something great, amazing. I'm hearing like inheritance, right? So put it like this, right? There could be like a lawyer or someone who is tasked with giving you some important information or documents, whatever the case it is, right? Put it like this. So, let's say a lawyer or someone communicates or talks to you, right? And they say that you've just inherited a house or you've got all this money or blah, 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 blah. Great, amazing news, right? But I hate to break it to you because unfortunately so-and-so left it to you. So-and-so, which means so-and-so has passed away, right? Great, amazing news, but following some sort of tragic or terrible news, right? The only way you've got this is because someone who is no longer living has left it to you, which means that person is no longer living, right? Now, another thing, the only reason why you're getting this now is because you had no idea that so-and-so passed away. So, a couple things, right? So, there's going to be a lot of like, you're going to be in a situation where you're going to be feeling more than one emotions. Shock, gratitude, confusion, sadness, grief, anger, betrayal, hope, relief, right? A lot of things in one. A lot of things, right? Be careful though. Side note, okay, this is a side note. In all of those moments and emotions, right, that you're experiencing at the same time, which is going to be like an emotional, chaotic brew storm within you, within that moment, be cautious of someone trying to utilize that energy that you are in at that moment to make you make a rash decision, right? Something very impulsive, because you're just, I talked about this before about you being put in a position where you're feeling so many things at once, and someone's going to try to utilize that to get you to be like, you're getting like, let's say like everyone's like, look at here, look here, look here, look here, look here, look here, look here, and you're just like, I don't need, right? And then someone is going to utilize that energy that you're in. She's just watching me. She's just watching me like that. She's so cute. It's okay, baby. We'll get more. Someone's gonna try to utilize that energy that you're in to make you like have like an on. Yes, my love.
I want 2 flowers.
Okay, so then we'll go outside and pick 2 flowers in a bit. Wants you to make like an impulsive decision throughout that emotional. Yes.
I gotta read the book.
Yes, baby. You can read the book, but you gotta do it over there because it's too loud. It's too loud. So they're gonna try to utilize.
A little quiet?
No, it's too loud.
A little quiet?
You have to be, yeah, it has to be quiet.
Okay.
But you have to go over there.
Where?
In your room.
I don't want to go in my room.
Yes, go over there. Go. You have to go up there.
And the couch.
No. And besides, no shoes on the couch anyways. Hello.
These are okay.
No shoes on the couch.
Daddy says it's...
I don't think so.
Daddy says...
I don't think so. So I feel like somebody is trying to utilize, this is all like a side note. They're going to try to utilize that emotional storm that you're feeling. Sad, grief, depression, sadness, shock, betrayal, confusion, elated, all of those emotions, which you can feel at the same time. All right. So people who be like, oh, you can't feel it. Okay. Human emotions are very, very complex. All right. So you can. So someone's going to try to utilize that. No, well, it's okay. Well, maybe if you just sign this, it'll be okay. All right, be careful of that. That's a side note. All right, so back to this. So you're receiving this, right? This was always meant to be yours, right? Because you were always supposed to be, or you were always meant to be, and you always were supposed to be, meant to be, always were. All of it. A person of high honor, a being of high honor, right? A sentient of high honor. That's you. So you're getting this, right? This could also, I'm getting another thing too. This could also be because you have treated your body with respect, like the temple that it is. You've treated your body with respect and high honor. Like, you don't put just anything in your body. You don't just let anybody touch your body, whether you're a feminine or a masculine. You don't just watch anything. You don't just listen to any music. You don't just accept anything that you hear, right? You've been treating your body with respect and high honor, right? And of course that goes to show, right? That's, the more you do that, obviously, right? God says it all the time, like, you know, it's there's so many things in the Bible about like how you treat your body and blah 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 blah. But yeah, it's kind of like, oh my gosh, in the beginning of this video I was talking about how I felt very clean, right? Very clean and calm and refreshed, right? So this could be in another way too, because you've been treating your body in a very clean way. Like, you've been trying to keep, you're human, all right? Trying to keep impurities out of your mind, body, and soul and spirit. You've been trying, right? And it works. right? It's like rocks have been, you've been taking out the rocks in your bag. So put it like this, there's like a you have like a bag, right, and you've got tons of rocks in them. So when you carry that bag, it's heavy, right? It's, you don't want to carry that bag, it's too much, it's too heavy. But you've been taking the rocks out of the bag, and now it's just a bag. There's nothing in the bag. You empty the bag out, it's just like little grains of sand. There's nothing in your bag. Your bag, it's easier for you to walk, breathe, talk, live, haha, right? So all of that. So yeah, you are going to be receiving something because of how you've been treating yourself as well, how you've been maintaining yourself, how you've been carrying yourself, right? I read this post that said something like, if you, this could work for masculines too, but I'm just repeating how I feel. Like I think I remember the words being, if you act pretty, you're seen as pretty, or if you tell yourself that you're pretty, you are pretty, something like that, right? So that there's something in there that ties into this as well, right? It's kind of like, if you claim that you are a child of God and actually mean it, then God's like, okay, great, you now we're on the same wavelength. All right. Okay, so multiple things here. So first, you've been treating yourself and your body, your mind, your soul, spirit with more of a high honor, more respect, more like, ew, no thank you, right? And because of that, it's really showing that you, it's time for you to receive something. You're getting something. All right. This was something that you were always supposed to have. This was something that was left to you. This was something that you're going to be getting. I hate to break it to you, right? This is someone that's going to have to break some bad news to you first, right? And then following the good news, right? Like, I hate to break it to you, but I don't know if you know this, but so-and-so passed away. Or I hate to break it to you, but I don't know if you know this, but so-and-so, has kept this information from you. This information being that you have this grand, amazing thing. Hooray! Yay! But, because of the betrayal, the sadness, the grief. Okay? So that's that. On the bottom of the deck, we have thoughts. So this could be a man that's going to break some news to you, right? Maybe they could be thinking about how to break this news to you. They're going to be the ones that... Listen, I hate to break it to you, but unfortunately, so-and-so, or blah, 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 or this happened, or they did this, right? And because of their actions, right, and everything that took place and whatever, you are now, this is what you're getting. You're getting this. This is for you. This is what you're getting. This is for you. Someone is stuck in like a repetitive cycle, in like a loop. Oh, there goes a plane. It's a bird. It's a plane. I just heard that song. Who is it, by T-Pain? I got money in the bank. Shorty, what you think about that? We in the great color. We in the bad like ooh, 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 whoa, whoa, whoa. What are the lyrics to that? I got money in the bank. Oh wow, I just got hold on. Okay, I'm back. I forgot what I was saying. Oh yeah. Right. Good news, but also with bad news. But good, but bad. So, let us move on. So, I'm also kind of getting like, someone, I don't know, there's so many scenarios that this could be, like, you won $1 million, like but that's because your toe got ran over by a city bus, right? Good news, but bad news, right? And that's only, why am I hearing, why am I, contingency plans? Subject to change, occurring or existing only if certain circumstances are the case. Wow. So you're now I'm invested in this. Subject to chance. Or the case dependent on resolution of the conflict was contingent on the signing of a ceasefire agreement. So you're only getting this because someone wouldn't stop doing something. And I'm getting the feeling that they are not stopping. That's why. So God's like, okay, well, if you're not stopping, then I might as well just speed it up. We're going to just give it to them. So you're getting this, right? I mean, you were going to get this either way, but I feel like you're getting this now, right? Someone was trying to prevent you from getting something now. But that's kind of why you're getting something now, because they were trying to prevent you from getting something now, or they were trying to prevent you from getting it before. But you're getting something now because someone is refusing to stop doing something. They don't want to stop. And it's kind of like, yo, listen, it could literally be because they don't want to stop. I did a reading, I think it was like last year, where it was talking about you getting something, right? But you getting something, it was like equal value kind of thing. Like you're getting, oh man, what was that reading about? It was something of equal value. Like you getting something which is amazing and great means that they have to lose something of equal value. So you getting a house means that they have to lose a house. You getting finances means they have to lose finances. You getting your life means they have to lose their life. And that could literally be because they've been feeding off of you and trying to use your energy, your life force for themselves. So God's like, you don't want to stop? Let me just cut you off. Cut the source. Cut you off directly. Let them keep all their energy. And now this person, this thing, it can't. It just can't. It can't exist. It can't survive. It can't keep going. It can't go on. It can't prosper. It can't thrive. So for some of you, someone wasn't stopping something. They didn't want to stop something. And so you get this. So they didn't want to. So this could be somebody who didn't want to stop using your information, your social security, your name, your blah blah blah. They didn't want to stop doing that to gain finances, to gain a house, to gain loans, to gain this, to gain that. And so it's kind of like, well, they didn't want to stop. I'm going to take it all away from them, and they gained this house in your name. They paid a house off. So let's say, hypothetically speaking, if somebody got a house in your name and they paid it off, they paid the mortgage, blah blah, and they're using all of this information with your name. But it's not, and you don't have it. You don't have access to it. You don't have the keys. You don't have the cars. You don't have the money. None of that. And so it's kind of like, well, if it's the collectives, right? Then it's the collectives. So someone's gonna be like, I hate to break it to you, but someone has been using your name to gain this, to gain that, right? But because it's in your name and this is yours, you get to have this. That's just a hypothetical. That's like But I keep getting like, if somebody had used your name for like a mortgage or a loan, or for like has to do with like a house, and obviously you don't have access to it, it's your house. And it's crazy because let's say they paid off the mortgage, blah 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 blah, but at the end of the day, the house is in your name. It's your house, right? Thanks, you, not only did you get this house, but you paid it off. I don't have to do anything. The lawyers are like, yeah, pretty much, it's your house, right? They've been committing fraud in your name, and they paid this off in your name, and they paid that off in your name, right? So unfortunately, they have to go to jail, but this is all yours now, right? Sad news, but great. That's just an example. That's just an example, all right? Could you imagine, though, if someone got a house in your name and they even paid it off and everything, furnished it, did all of this, but obviously it's fraud, right? So, and then they got caught up with something, blah, 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 blah. Imagine someone telling you, hey, just so you know, this person that you knew or once knew or know did this in your name. Everything's paid off for, so technically, legally, it is yours because it's in your name. Can you imagine? That person, they would be so sick, so mad, right? The Wheel of Fortune reverse. Somebody's losing a house. It's crazy. This is a house, or this was something big that they gained off of your energy, your name, your information, your criteria, or trying to. So if they used your name, they also had to like try to look a certain way or fit the criteria. They're losing this. You're about to find this out very, very soon. This also shows too, like, how foul this whole thing is, because it's kind of like, not only do you have all of this stuff in your name, but you're nowhere. Like, this could be somebody who lives in another state and they used your information, they got all these things and blah, blah, blah. But I used this example before, but like the ER down in, I don't know, Texas says that you were just there, but in Maine it says that you have a house there, and there's no records of that, no paperwork, no trail, no nothing of you, right? But it's like, how is it that you're at the same exact place at the same exact time? How is it that you got pulled over in Maine, but at the same exact time that you got pulled over in Maine, you're down in Texas in the ER at the moment, right? Because you stubbed your toe, or your toe got ran over by a city bus, right? How does that make sense? I feel like somebody was trying to, you would be a person of high honor. Somebody was trying to take things away from you, or stop your Wheel of Fortune, or give you bad things, or give you their bad things, or give you bad things. I feel like they were trying to give you bad things. Death reverse could be a karmic Scorpio. Could be a karmic Scorpio masculine. So this could be a continuation of yesterday's reading, where there was an Emperor in reverse that came out. So this could be the person that's going to, you're in this emotional whirlwind, right? You're getting all this information left and right? There's sad news here, great news here. Then you have your other priorities and your other life things that you have to deal with, and it's just, you're being like pulled in more than one ways at the moment energetically, right? And this person, they're going to try and swoop in and utilize that energy in the summertime. They're going to try and come in the summertime. Right. I did a reading recently where I picked up on an energy trying to come in, where you found out some information and the judge is going to put it on you. If you want, the judge would ask you, right? Because your opinion would be vital, since you were the victim, or you are like the victim, or this was done to you, right? I'm saying victim because realistically you're not a victim, but you were made to be, or this was happening to you, or like in a court of law, like during trial, right? Okay. So the judge would be like, since you were the victim, if you want to give them, if you agree to 6 months, then we'll agree to that. If you agree to 6 years, we'll agree to that, right? So I feel like this person is trying to rush in and trying to be like, make you to make a rash decision, but it benefits more them than you. This is a snake, right? That's filled with envy because I'm seeing a green snake.
Ow.
Oh, and yes, my love.
Unlock.
You're gonna have to wait. This person has money issues. I feel like financial issues. The green one is the only one that's out. Right? They lost a lot of money doing this.
I opened it.
You opened it?
Yes. You can close. You can close it.
I won't close it.
Not close.
No, not close.
You need to keep open.
Yes, you have to keep it open.
Yes.
Yes, for now at least.
I use the tape.
Yes. Wait, which tape?
This tape.
Let me see. I'll give you a little bit.
A long tape. A long tape.
All right, but come here, because you can't play with the whole thing.
Okay, you need.
You want a big piece?
Yes. Big. Big.
All right, I think this is good. Be careful, because it's gonna stick together. And if it does, just pull it. Okay, and don't get mad. Okay, make sure you breathe. Breathe in. Breathe out. Good job. All right.
I don't know.
Yeah, it could be a karmic Scorpio losing things. They are now stuck in some sort of bad luck. Ten of Pentacles. This could be somebody in your family. Yes, my love. No. See, I told you. That's why I gave you a really big piece.
I don't want it.
Well, I don't know what to tell you because I don't want it either. No. You have that one.
I don't want it.
You don't know how to use it, so you're mad.
I don't know it, and I don't want it.
That's okay. You can do that. But just know you're not getting another one if you throw it away. No. And don't yell at me. No. Sorry. She'll be fine. Okay, so with the Ten of Pentacles upright, yeah, this could be somebody in your family. I'm also getting you being of high honor, house upright, and Ten of Pentacles upright. You're getting you're getting financial windfall, a house, a home. You're about to really be walking in some abundance at the moment. This could be a karmic in your family that only wants to come. Yeah, this is the same thing. This person, but I feel like every time this story comes up, new small details are emerging, right? Which are very, like when you watch a movie, and I say this all the time, you watch a movie, you see it for the first time, you got like the main plot, right? But when you watch it again, you're like, oh wow, I didn't notice that they were wearing that and that shirt said that. I didn't know that that's the store that they were going into. I didn't know that that building looked like that, right? I didn't know that that's exactly what they said. I didn't know that she was giving him that as he was talking to her, right? It's things like that that really, wow, things that you didn't notice before that are actually very important to details, right? I love details. So with the Ten of Pentacles upright, I do feel like this is somebody that's obviously they're coming back because with the Wheel of Fortune reversed, they don't have money. They lost money. They lost money, finances, resources. That's really the big thing here. You're getting a lot of money. You're walking into a lot of money. You are in money, wealthy. Yes, we are a wealthy kingdom. You are in this abundant energy right now. Right? This is horizon reverse, like very, very soon, not far away now. This is now. So your home is good. Your finances are good. Or your home is about to be real good and your finances are about to be real good, right? And this person, they wouldn't stop doing this. They wouldn't stop doing this. So it's kind of like, if you don't want to stop, then, we're about to show you why you should have stopped. So it's kind of like, I do feel like this was always supposed to be yours, right? In due time. Right? But because this person wouldn't stop, it's kind of like, all right, F it, we'll just give it to you now. That's the universe saying, we'll just give it to you now. Right? So now this person's like, can I have $1? Let me hold $1. Please, sir, may I have some more? Kind of energy. And you're just like, Scums? Who are you? All right. Seven of Wands reversed. This person has no protection. And if they do come towards you, they're not going to be protected. Right? This is happening because they wouldn't stop attacking you and bothering you and beating you down emotionally, mentally, spiritually, financially, reputation-wise as well, as I'm getting. They were also trying to ruin your reputation, and they wouldn't stop doing that. It didn't work. They lost everything, so now they want to come towards you. They're not protected in doing this, all right? Which is crazy because they feel like you are their only saving grace. And I've been getting that word a lot, saving grace, saving grace. Right? This is your energy, a high honor, house upright, 10 of Pentacles upright. You could even be, if this is not someone in your family, this could be somebody that collaborated with people in your family. And or I'm also getting that you could also be starting a family, building a family, or you have a family that is a legacy, right? That's going to be very financially wealthy and like you have a legacy of high honor, right? It's kind of like you're very gifted. Your children are going to be very gifted, and then their children, and then their children, and then right. A lot of it also has to do because you broke karmic cycles and karmic ties, right? So if you are free, obviously your children are going to be free. They're not going to have the same struggles, the same conflicts, the same pain, betrayal, strife, blah blah blah, like you, because you heal from that. You are healing from that. You're working through that. You've worked through that. You've done what you have to do. So now you get to have babies that are born free from karmic people and ties. And I'm also hearing evil eye though. This person, they're very, very envious. Yeah, obviously I said that already. Very envious of you at the moment. This person is very, very stuck with the Death card reversed, Three of Swords upright. This person has caused you a lot of pain and suffering. They are dealing with a lot of pain and suffering at the moment as well. This is the same energy from yesterday. I'll do it. I'm going to do it. I'll jump. I'll jump. Nobody stop me. Nobody stop me. I'll jump. But realistically, I mean, you know, I feel like if you want to be a good citizen, a good Samaritan, I would do like the whole calling 911. Hey, so and so just said blah 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 blah. Okay, great. Do a wellness check, right? But aside from that, like, you're not obligated to run towards anyone, right? And I'll talk to you. Just don't do it. Just don't do it. Like, I feel like that's something that this person wants, right? They'll basically put their life on the line as long as you communicate with them, and it's kind of like, that's a very, very selfish thing to do, right? That's a very selfish thing to do, right? It could just be me, right? I don't know if I mean, if you're gonna do it, do it. But don't make me responsible for that. Like, just because someone doesn't want to talk to you, that's how you're going to go to that extreme. That's very selfish of you. And I'm not going to be responsible for that. No, I refuse to be responsible for that. And I'm not going to be, right? I feel like you would have to be in that state of mind, collective, right? Or try to be. This person is very, very heartbroken and sad because they're not protected. And there's nothing that they can do to gain protection, gain Wheel of Fortune upright, gain finances, right? So they're kind of like turning to you as a saving grace, and you're not anyone's, like, I'm not God. I can't protect you from what's to come for you. This person, you're not God. You can't prevent karma. Right? You're not. And this person's only doing this and acting this way and feeling this way because of this. Because of your money. Money. We are a wealthy kingdom. Right? Because of your money, your finances, your abundance, your emotional abundance, financial abundance, physical abundance, spiritual abundance. You could be very spiritually fertile as well. Like, you can just boom, 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 this string, and then I get what I want. Yay! Like, that's how. I've also been seeing a lot of the Magician card upright. you are like a master manifester. You can, whatever you want is yours. But you know how to do that within reason, with morality, with respect, with understanding, right? And with responsibility. That's why you're in this energy. Because you are of high honor. If you were a corrupt person, obviously you would not be a person of high honor that can manifest this and boom, it's here. Manifest that, boom, it's there, right? You're not like that. I've also been getting a lot of The Craft, the movie The Craft, where one in particular scene that I was getting the other day was the girl who was getting bullied by, so there was this black girl that was getting bullied by a white girl, and the white girl was saying a lot of racial slurs and blah 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 blah, right? And it really affected the black girl, which obviously, because that's really effed up to do. But the black girl took it upon herself to get revenge, and the white girl started losing all her hair, right? And as a punishment, eventually down the movie, spoiler alert, the black girl saw a vision of herself in the mirror where she lost all her hair. And I feel like somebody who is trying to get revenge on you or try to take it upon themselves to get revenge on you, they are now seeing the same exact thing reflected to them, what they've put out. This person, everything that they tried to put out towards you to get revenge on you, it wasn't justified, their revenge, and that's why they're not protected in this. They were never protected in this. They were just doing this out of a place of hurt, right? They only did this because they were hurt. So they enacted a sort of revenge on you, right? And it got them stuck, and they lost everything. Now they're in bad karma. This was not justified. And now, in their life right now, this person is seeing everything that they put out towards you, but being reflected back to them, right? This person could be looking at themselves in the mirror. So if this is a man that was trying to make it seem like you're too overweight or too underweight, which is sad because men go through body dysmorphia, and there's like male bulimics and what is it? It starts with an A, anorexic. Where men can also deal with anorexia as well, but whatever the case it is. But my point is, this man is also looking at himself in the mirror, and now he doesn't like his body, he doesn't like his hair, he doesn't like his face. I just seen a man looking in the mirror, and it's crazy because I had a dream like 2.5 years ago. I think I wrote it down, where there was a man who was looking at himself in the mirror. And I was telling him something about himself, and he didn't want to believe me, right? And then the man's sister came up behind him and was like whispering or talking to him, and he went along with it. And then the dream shifted, and there was a girl, and I was telling the girl about this man. I was warning her, telling her like blah blah blah, and she was like, "You're just saying that because you're jealous. You're jealous." Blah, blah. I was like, "All right, it is what it is. Go ahead, have at it," right? But the man that I just saw right now in my head is the same man that I saw in that dream. And it's the same man that is in this reading. They only did this because they were, so there's a man, Page of Swords, upright, right? You're learning things more and more every day. And it's like this man is watching you be in this house, or receiving this house and receiving this Ten of Pentacles, or be in this Ten of Pentacles. All right. There's a man that's watching this. They could also be talking about this. They could also be talking about how to get into this. Like, how can I get some of that energy, right? But basically, this person, they did all of this out of a place of hurt. But they were not protected. And, like, it's kind of like God saying, like, who gave you authority to enact revenge on my chosen child? Who told you can do that? I certainly did it. And last time I checked, revenge is mine. That's what God is saying. So you're getting something because this person wouldn't stop. And someone is saying, I hate to break it to you. Like, this is news, right? This could be news that you're just now hearing for the first time, or something that you're hearing, like, that you've never heard before, right? Maybe intuitively you could be like, I knew it, right? But you hearing this from someone else's mouth, that is confirmation that you are getting verbally from someone else that was in this situation for the first time. Okay? Intuitively, you could already know. Maybe you heard about it from other readers. Maybe you saw it in a dream. That's all intuitive. But physically, from someone in this situation, is going to be told to you for the first time, confirmation. My chest hurts. Someone could be suffering from a broken heart, or they could be having chest pain. Whoever this person is, they're really in their feelings. I feel like somebody who was hurt people. So this person wanted to hurt you just because they were hurt. Let's say this is like a child who fell and scraped their knee, and you're like, oh, are you okay? I'm okay, leave me alone. That is this energy. This entire time you could have been like, are you okay? Are you okay? And this person was just like, I'm okay, leave me alone. And you're like, all right, fine, I'll leave you alone. I'm going to go over here then. Nine of Wands, Two of Cups. Nine of Wands on the fence, Two of Cups on the fence. Yeah, this person's going to try, and they're not going to get anywhere, but they're going to try to have some sort of relationship with you. They're going to try, and they're not going to get anywhere. Right? And I only feel like I only feel like they're only doing this because they're hurt. That they're stuck. They can't get anywhere. They're not protected. They don't have any defense mechanisms. They don't have any boundaries. They can't do anything else really. So they're going to go back to you, or try to go back to you, right? Still with that same hurt, that same sadness, that same betrayal, that same stagnancy, and try and have a partnership with you, try and work on this partnership with you, and it's not working. It's not going to work. Because it's like you're only doing this because you're hurt and you're in pain. Not because you generally enjoy the collective, or you generally feel sorry or remorseful, or you feel bad for doing what you did. That's not why. You're only doing this because you're hurt, stuck, and stagnant. And you don't feel safe. This person does not feel safe. There's something really big here. The Seven of Wands reversed, they don't feel safe. Something is coming for them and they don't feel safe. They feel like you're their saving grace. You can protect them, you can shelter them, you can help them, blah, 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 blah. I'm going to get like 2 more tarot, and then I'll close it off with one of those, 2 of those, and then that's it. This person's scared. The Magician upright. Look, I told you. This card is not coming out upright. The Magician upright came out between the Two of Pentacles and the Nine of Wands. This person is trying to manifest themselves in your energy, or manifest you to go to them. 4242. Try to manifest you to go to them, you to work with them, you to partner up with them, so they can have access to this Ten of Pentacles. That's what they want. This person's trying to manifest your energy, or manifest you for that. To have access to you, your Ten of Pentacles, your manifestation, because you're a master manifester. So whatever you want, basically, whatever you want to manifest, you get. God gives to you, right? So this person wants access to you, your energy, because you are a master manifester with the Ten of Pentacles energy. That's why. They're trying to do this. They're trying to find a way to partner up with you. It's not working. The Empress on the fence. That's you, collective. You are always going to be this Empress of high honor. You are always going to be this. This was always going to be yours. This is yours. This is who you are. You were always going to be this. This was always yours. That's that. This Empress of high honor, you were always going to be this. Empress, high honor, house, Ten of Pentacles, the Magician. That's your energy. We have the Knight of Swords reverse. There's some bullying energy happening.
My rope is not working.
Baby, you gotta turn the key. This is the key. You gotta turn it. Queen of Cups upright. So this Queen of Cups Empress, someone's trying to bully this Queen of Cups Empress.
It's not a key.
Yes, it is, baby. That's called a key.
A key?
Yeah, that's called a key, and you gotta turn it.
It broke.
No, it's not. You're literally turning it. I can hear the clicks.
See?
Let me see.
I show you it's not working.
Let me see.
It's not work.
It works. It's too much. Let him bounce. There you go.
Oh, I know. I show you. Go down, show you.
So yeah, someone's trying to bully this Queen of Cups Empress, and it's not gonna work. I wonder if the key is stuck. There we go.
I broke. You broke.
No, I didn't.
11. You gotta turn it.
All right, I'll do it in a minute. Yeah, and it's not gonna work. All right. I also feel like this person they were bullying you in more ways than one. And yesterday's reading, it was like the Ace of Wands reversed next to the Emperor reverse, and I get the feeling that this Emperor reverse was trying to beat you down and bully you and hurt you in more ways than one, mentally, emotionally, spiritually, financially, physically, right? But ultimately, this person who was trying to bully this Empress, Queen of Cups, it didn't work because you still ended up being a person of high honor with this House and Ten of Pentacles energy and a Master Manifester. I'll get 2. You have the healing touch. That's you. That's your energy. Yeah, saving grace. This person wants you to heal them, help them after they made themselves your biggest adversary. Like, oh, I see what they're doing. You know how in movies and like shows and whatever, there's like that the enemy is attacking the hero, right? And they're in a big battle, and then the building falls down on the villain, and then the hero, that's basically a win. A win is a win, right? That's basically a win for the hero. And then the villain is like, please wait, don't leave me like this. Please help me, I'm stuck. And so the hero flies away, but then they stop and they think, I can't leave them like that. I can't, they're human at the end of the day. And then the hero helps the villain, right? And then they break bread.
These are yours?
Yes, please put it back. Yeah. And then they break bread and they're just like, okay, we're good now, blah, 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 right? But then the cutscene, the villain looks away and sneers at the hero. Kind of energy. This is what they're trying to do. Please wait, don't leave me like this. I can call the cops. I can call your mom. I can call your dad. I can call your neighbor. But, bye. I don't know what you want, but if you really need help, I can call the ambulance. Like, that's, you know. Oh no, a building fell on top of you and your leg is stuck. I won't help you, but I can call for help, right? Like, that's another thing too. Like, if that is the case, definitely be careful because, like, I know this is so, like, if they get hurt even more, they could, like, sue you, right? Like, you helped them up and, like, they ended up falling and twisting their ankle because you helped them up and they're going to sue you. Be careful because this is someone who will do that, right? If you really need help and you can't walk because you twisted your ankle from falling down the stairs or whatever, I'll call help for you. But I'm not going to pick you up. I'm going to leave you there until the ambulance can arrive. I'm not going to touch you. Right? If you really need help, you know, call the proper people to help you, right? Call the firefighters, the police, the ambulance, whatever. Right? You're not qualified for the kind of help that this person needs. You're not certified, qualified, licensed. Right? And I feel like I said this in my reading, I think either yesterday or the day before yesterday. But this person wants you to heal them. They want you to be the saving grace. Like, you're not a therapist. You're not a psychiatrist. You're not a nurse. You're not a doctor. You're not. And if you are, you can always call another doctor or another nurse. Right? Like, you can do that. You're not. The letter R. Can we summon his first, last, middle, initial number of a word or a place? Somebody, like, wants to, like, run your ropes. Like, they want to be able to be in charge of your, I don't know, the strings that you're able to pull when it comes to manifesting, or Oh my gosh. Yeah, that's basically what this person wants. They want to be able to do this. The letter W. Lives to backstab people behind that. Letter W. Could be somebody's first, last, middle, initial, number, word, or place. RW? I just heard raw! This person, if you are it really doesn't matter, divine feminine, divine masculine, this person's gonna, their intentions, put it like this, how else to be tied to someone? A baby. Hello, right? That's my baby. This is your baby. Now we're tied together. This is your baby. That's my baby. Right? Be careful. Bye.